I think this is a great news story to end the week with, and that is Starfield's launch success. It shatters record, and it illustrates why Xbox is going to have success with Game Pass. Here's why. You get a game like Starfield, it incentivizes you to jump into Game Pass, a player is able to check out Game Pass, and we're off to the races because the value proposition is so huge. So first, let's recap the Starfield launch and its launch success. If you remember, when it launched, you could pre-order the game, not pre-order the game, you could play the game early, get early access if you pay a little bit more. If you were on Game Pass, that was like $29, and you got it 5 days early. If you weren't, it was $89 for the complete game that you got early access to. 5 days after that, it then dropped on Game Pass to everybody, and you could then buy it on PC, also Xbox, etc., etc. The question was always, okay, it's having all this success. We know that for Bethesda, it was an absolutely home run for them, right? It was their biggest game launch ever. And to put that into context real quick, think about that. You've got Elder Scrolls, Fallout, you've got giant games from Bethesda. This was the biggest of all time for them, their biggest launch ever. So it was an absolute home run for them already off the bat. But the question always remained, what does this do for Game Pass? Does it actually help Game Pass? Is this experiment with Game Pass, with games, with these types of games, is it going to work? Proof positive? Yes, it looks like it does. So here's the tweet, actually. Tom Warren from The Verge is the one reporting this. He does a great job. Go give him a follow over on Twitter. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella says the Starfield launch helped boost Xbox Game Pass. Quote, on launch, we set a record for the most Game Pass subscriptions added on a single day ever. That's on launch day, single day ever. That's absolutely huge. What does that mean for Xbox? It means that this model works. They just proved it. It works. They already proved that the value proposition was there. No questions asked. The question now is, how can you add people to Game Pass with a big title like a Starfield? And it looks like the answer is yes, which is exactly why Microsoft goes and pays for Bethesda. It's exactly why they go and pay for Blizzard and Activision. And they bring those all in-house. Because can you add subscriptions? Does it get people to subscribe? Question is going to be on the churn. How many people fall off now over the coming months? Did they just get it for? I think that's like any typical subscription service. Always getting someone to subscribe for the first time is harder. Once you have that subscription, you keep it because, again, value proposition, especially as new games are coming every month. Old games are leaving every month. It's just like Netflix. Think about Netflix. Netflix needs The Witcher. Netflix needs these high end. Netflix needs Stranger Things in order to entice you onto their platform, and then you stay for everything else. That's the model that Microsoft is following here. Now, on top of this, Microsoft's revenue spike for quarter four saw a 9% increase in gaming revenue. So financial windfall from this Game Pass subscription, largest jump in a single day that they've seen. What does this mean for that next quarter? Maybe that bumps that up even more. 9% is not bad. 9% is not bad. Particularly, there are guys in comments, you know who you are, that are like, they're not even gaining revenue. Bro, everyone in gaming is up. 9% is pretty decent. So that's interesting. Now, the question is on Sony when they see this, do they do anything with PS Plus on this route? Do they start to make their games exclusive? They've not done that. And remember, look at the titles that Sony has. Sony's got grade A spectacular titles already there that people would pay for. They've yet to move in that direction. They're kind of sticking to their old school model here. But if this is an indication of the success that a big title like this could have to your subscription service, if you're Sony, why don't you move in this direction? It's going to be very interesting to see if they will, and then how this reflects how this affects, the rivalry between Sony, between Microsoft, between Xbox and PlayStation. What happens? Who matches who here? I think Sony's, it's going to be inevitable. They've got to add to their subscription service. They've got to go this route. And I think they do. They've got the library to have this kind of effect for them. They don't yet have that subscription service at the same level that an Xbox does right now. So what about the future of Game Pass? What does Starfield's success mean for the future of titles coming to Game Pass? I think it's hype a game. Starfield's hype was correct. Starfield's hype was the right way to do it. show off that it's on Game Pass. And I don't even think you need an exclusive game, by the way. Oh, by the way, I don't think it needs to be exclusive. Think about Call of Duty, one of the top-selling games of all time. Here's what you do. You say, yes, you can play Call of Duty everywhere, but it's free. It's free on Game Pass, or it's only $16 on Game Pass, or you can pay the full price over there, right? You show off the value with a game that you may not, if you're Xbox, want to make exclusive in a Call of Duty. But an Elder Scrolls, when it comes and it drops only on Game Pass, an Xbox, boom, that's huge. It's going to absolutely be huge. It's going to be interesting to see where the numbers of Game Pass can peak out at. What is that ceiling? That ceiling is really high right now. I think Starfield shows that ceiling's really high. The other question that we have is, what does this do to indie developers? Because one of the big things is this is going to kill gaming. Or big conflict points for people who disagree with this move is that, this is going to kill gaming, kill independent developers. I don't think so. Does the success of big titles like Starfield drown out independent games, or does the rising tide lift all boats? It lifts all boats, people. If you're an independent developer and you're on Game Pass and Game Pass is getting more subscribers than ever, guess what that gives you? That gives you a bigger audience than ever before. So I'm really excited to see what this does for independent developers. Overall, my take, I think Xbox future is brighter than ever. This is definitely not a one-hit wonder. I am all in on Game Pass. You know that. I'm an Xbox fanboy. That's what this channel is. But I would tell you, it doesn't look like it's working. No, it looks like it's working. All the Game Pass haters, think a few years back. All the Game Pass haters, they've got egg on their face now. Would love to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button. Subscribe to this channel. Game Pass, I'm here for it. Here for it. We drop Xbox videos right here on this channel all the time, just like this. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.